Why did you take the decision to pile the bodies on top of each other in a freezer?
I only had one deep freezer.
According to police reports, you ordered your eldest daughter to physically lift the body of one of your children.
No, I didn't tell her to lift the body.
How did you conceivably sleep at night?
I slept well.
And you feel no remorse for that?
I would kill him again.
This is the worst case I have ever seen. She knew, and the horror that child suffered. At that moment, that child knew. She knew she was being betrayed in the cruelest, most tragic, and sorrowful way that a child could ever be betrayed. She was being betrayed by her parent.
I am not sorry for something I didn't do, and I am not sorry for the things I did.
This is Alex Murdaugh, a once powerful South Carolina attorney, now on trial for the brutal murders of his wife and son. He came from a legal dynasty that controlled the local justice system for more than a century. But everything he built collapsed when he was exposed, not only as a killer, but also as a thief who stole millions from clients and committed widespread fraud.
This is Alex Murdaugh at 4147 Moselle Road. I need the police to answer immediately.
On June 7th, 2021, Murdaugh called 911, claiming he had just found the bodies of his wife Maggie and his son Paul near the dog kennels on their sprawling family property.
My wife and child got badly.
He told investigators that unknown attackers had entered the property and carried out the shootings before disappearing into the night.
I want to let you know, because of the scene, I did go get a gun and bring it down here.
It's in your vehicle? Do you have any guns on you at all?
No, sir. It's leaning up against the side of my car.
Okay. You're fine, man. You're fine.
It was bad. Check the pulses.
Yes, sir.
Police opened an investigation, but no arrests were made for more than a year. Then, in July 2022, Murdaugh was charged with 2 counts of murder and 2 weapons charges related to a violent crime. Prosecutors alleged he killed his wife and son using a rifle and a shotgun in an attempt to conceal his growing financial crimes and gain sympathy from the public. Anyone expecting remorse was left stunned by what followed. The trial began in September 2023 and stretched over 6 weeks, with prosecutors presenting a mountain of evidence, including critical digital proof.
I tried to do it as limited as possible, but I tried to take their pulse on both of them.
How would you describe his hands?
They were clean. Clean.
How would you describe his arms?
They were clean.
How would you describe his t-shirt?
Murdaugh's defense team argued that he was a loving husband and father who had been framed by law enforcement. They blamed his lies and strange behavior on a long-term addiction to painkillers. Taking the stand himself, Murdaugh admitted he had abused opioids for years and stolen money from clients to support his habit. He also acknowledged lying about where he was on the night of the murders, but continued to deny killing his family, insisting he loved them deeply.
I'm innocent. I would never hurt my wife, Maggie, and I would never hurt my son, Paul.
After deliberating for less than 3 hours, the jury found Murdaugh guilty on all charges. He showed no visible reaction as the judge sentenced him to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Sentence you to the State Department of Corrections on each of the murder indictments in the murder of your wife, Maggie Murdaugh, for the murder of Paul Murdaugh, whom you probably love so.
But Murdaugh's case was not the only example of a man murdering his own family.
I sentence you for the term of the rest of your natural.
Another disturbing case involves Alexander Jackson.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Alexander Jackson, guilty of the offense of murder in the first degree.
Jackson was a 22-year-old former college student living with his family in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. On June 15th, 2021, he called 911 claiming a masked intruder had shot him in the foot and attacked someone else inside the home.
Someone broke into our house. I've been shot. My other family member's been shot. I need help immediately.
The truth was far darker. Jackson had murdered his father Jan, his mother Melissa, and his sister Sabrina using his father's .22 caliber rifle. To sell the intruder story, he deliberately shot himself in the foot. When police arrived, they found no signs of forced entry or robbery. Jackson's palm prints were on the weapon, and gunshot residue covered his hands. Surveillance footage from the area showed no intruder at all. he was arrested and charged with 3 counts of murder. And if that wasn't disturbing enough, his behavior in court only made things worse.
5 shots in total for Jan Jackson. Sabrina Jackson, and the defendant got closer and shot her. 3 shots were fired at Melissa Jackson as she laid in that.
The defense argued that Jackson had no reason to kill his family, but prosecutors quickly dismantled that claim.
And doubt is what we ask of you as jurors when you evaluate the evidence in a case, is to look at it critically, use your common sense, because this is a case of circumstantial evidence. What that means is that even though the law makes no distinction, the evidence has to be so compelling as to remove all reasonable doubt. And as you listen to Ms. Slaughter this morning, the one thing that she didn't say is why. Why would Alexander Jackson kill his family? It makes no sense. There's simply no motive for Alex to do this, and no motive has ever...
In the end, the jury convicted Alexander Jackson on 3 counts of first-degree murder. Prosecutors requested consecutive life sentences to ensure he would never be eligible for parole. The judge agreed and also ordered Jackson to pay $450,000 in restitution. He showed no emotion as the verdict and sentence were delivered.
Motive? The fact that he only has $30 left over. Is money the motive? Is the fact that he's going to inherit houses and assets and all of that, is that motive? I don't know, but guess what? I don't have to prove that motive. There's never going to be a good enough reason why Alexander Jackson executed his entire family.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Alexander Jackson, guilty of the offense of murder in the first degree.
And just when it seems the courtroom couldn't get any more disturbing, another convicted killer manages to shock everyone even further.